Keir Starmer, Britain's Prime Minister, stood before an audience at Pinewood Film Studios, ready to deliver what was billed as a defining address to the nation. The location itself, a hub of cinematic history and the home of James Bond, seemed to promise something theatrical, transformative, and thrilling. Yet what unfolded was anything but. Starmer's speech, hyped as a visionary reset for a government struggling to find its footing, is being torn apart by critics and the public alike. Dressed in an expensive suit, rumoured to be the result of a luxury shopping spree with his millionaire confidant, Lord Ali, Starmer cut a polished figure. His appearance was sharp, his backdrop iconic, and his entrance calculated to evoke grandeur. He even had the audacity to compare himself to James Bond, aligning his leadership with the suave agent who made Pinewood Studios famous. But the parallels ended there. For all the trappings of sophistication, Starmer's delivery was an unmitigated flop. Critics are now calling it a license to bore, a wooden performance devoid of substance, energy, or inspiration. As the Prime Minister began to speak, his words quickly became a symphony of platitudes, slogans, and carefully crafted clichés. He spoke of building a better Britain, cutting through red tape, and fostering equal opportunities. But for all the promises of action, there was little to no detail on how he intended to achieve these lofty goals. Instead, the audience was left with an impression of vagueness, as though Starmer's speech were more an exercise in checking rhetorical boxes than presenting a genuine plan. One particularly exasperated commentator likened the Prime Minister to an AI program gone wrong, a robotic figure who churns out phrases engineered to sound meaningful but lacking any real connection to the issues at hand. This was less James Bond and more ChatGPT malfunction, one journalist quipped. The only mission this Prime Minister is on is a mission to lull the nation into a stupor. Even Starmer's attempt to inject humour into the proceedings backfired spectacularly. A quip about James Bond going down like Greg Wallace at a Women's Institute Christmas lunch was met with awkward silence and raised eyebrows. It wasn't just that the joke missed its mark, it was emblematic of a larger problem. Starmer's sense of humour, or lack thereof, has become a running joke in itself, with some commentators suggesting his comedic misfires are so painful they could be weaponized in international conflicts. But while the gags were a disaster, they were far from the speech's only flaw. This was supposed to be a turning point for Starmer's leadership, a chance to rally the nation and outline a bold vision for Britain's future. Instead, it felt like more of the same. More taxes, more borrowing, and more promises of improvement without a roadmap to back them up. Even his supporters are beginning to lose faith. Tom Kerridge, the celebrity chef who once endorsed Labour, now admits he regrets his decision. "This is the ultimate case of turkeys voting for Christmas," Kerridge said, expressing frustration over policies he believes punish entrepreneurs and wealth creators. The backlash to Starmer's address has been swift and unforgiving. Critics on both sides of the political spectrum accuse him of squandering a golden opportunity to reset his government's agenda. Many had hoped the speech would mark a decisive break from failing policies, a moment of genuine leadership. Instead, Starmer doubled down on vague promises, leaving many to wonder whether he's truly up to the task of leading a nation in crisis. Compounding the problem is the lack of compelling alternatives. Kemi Badenoch's Conservative Party has yet to present a coherent vision for the country, leaving a political vacuum. In this climate of disillusionment, whispers of a populist uprising are growing louder. Some are even speculating about the potential for a Trump-style revolution in Britain, a seismic shift that could upend the established political order. Amid this sea of political turmoil, one unexpected beacon of hope has emerged: the Beverly Christmas Tree Festival. Nestled in the heart of East Yorkshire, this annual event has become a symbol of community resilience and creativity. The festival features over 150 fir trees, each decorated with care and imagination by local schools, charities, and businesses. For many, it's a reminder of the power of collective effort and the joy of shared traditions. Visitors to the festival are greeted by a sensory feast: the scent of fresh pine, the gentle glow of twinkling lights, and the quiet majesty of Beverly Minster's medieval architecture. Each tree tells a story, reflecting the unique character of the group or organisation that decorated it. From Parkrun's milestone T-shirt ornaments to the Beverly Rotary Club's fundraising-themed display, the festival celebrates the diversity and generosity of the local community. One particularly touching moment came from a visitor who confessed, "I wasn't looking forward to Christmas, but this has given me hope." For all its simplicity, the festival has managed to achieve something that Starmer's address could not. It has inspired, uplifted, and brought people together. Even the festival's quirkiest elements have found a way to resonate. Outside the Minster, 3 pygmy goats, Harry, Cobby, and Darwin, have become the unexpected stars of the show. Part of a therapy program for individuals with special needs, the goats have delighted visitors of all ages. Their presence serves as a poignant reminder that even small gestures can have a profound impact. While Beverly Minster glows with festive cheer, the political landscape remains grim. Nowhere is this more evident than in London, where Sadiq Khan's ULEZ expansion has become a lightning rod for controversy. Since its rollout in August 2023, the scheme has generated over £259 million in fines and charges. Critics argue that the programme disproportionately targets outer boroughs, where residents often have fewer public transport options and rely more heavily on older, non-compliant vehicles. The sheer scale of the fines has shocked the public. One driver racked up an eye-watering £90,000 in penalties, while another vehicle received 325 fines in a single year. For many, these figures highlight what they see as the punitive and inequitable nature of the scheme. Outer boroughs, like Enfield and Croydon, have borne the brunt of the penalties, fueling accusations that ULEZ is more about revenue generation than environmental protection. Public anger is reaching a boiling point. Protests against ULEZ are growing, and stories of drivers facing financial ruin are dominating headlines. One particularly egregious case involves a low-emission zone fine that ballooned to over £322,000, a staggering amount that has left many questioning the fairness and ethics of such policies. As these scandals unfold, one thing is clear: Britain is at a crossroads. The nation is grappling with profound challenges, from economic uncertainty to political disillusionment. And yet, amidst the chaos, there are glimmers of hope. Events like the Beverly Minster Christmas Tree Festival remind us that community and creativity can offer solace in even the darkest times. But hope alone is not enough. Britain's leaders must rise to the occasion, offering not just words but actions that address the nation's pressing concerns. Starmer's Pinewood debacle, Khan's ULEZ controversy, and the broader lack of vision from the political establishment have left a void that cannot be ignored. As the nation waits for someone, anyone, to step up and deliver meaningful change, the question remains: who will answer the call? Will Starmer find his footing before it's too late? Will the Conservatives seize the opportunity to present a bold alternative? Or will the growing discontent pave the way for a political revolution? One thing is certain: the drama is far from over, and the next act promises to be even more explosive.